That's crazy, right? Like, what are you gonna wake up earlier than everybody and then everyone leaves the office and all your buddies are going out and doing things and you're still at the office grinding away? Yeah, that's exactly what I fucking did for like 5 years. If you're who I think you are on the other side of this video and you're someone who genuinely is like, I just want to speed this up, I want to be better, I want to make more money, I want to work harder, then just do exactly that. So my name's Matt Ciccoli, handle is Mad Matt Ciccoli. I've worked at places like Google, Facebook. I've worked in a really successful startup. I've done and had a lot of experiences that have really given me a great perspective. And it's also made me realize just how backwards and terrible some of the advice that I was given in my 20s as I was trying to navigate this. So this video is for anyone who is trying to figure out their career and navigate what they want to do with their life. And hopefully I can give you some thoughts and ideas and some advice from someone who's went through it, understands the landscape, and can hopefully get you to exactly where you want to be when you reach 30 years old. Okay, the first piece of advice is the one that you definitely need to listen to. I think the advice that's typically given by like guidance counselors and speakers that we see on stage or in our YouTube videos or Instagram feeds is, find what you love doing. And if you follow your passion and your heart, as long as you just follow that, you will find, the job of your dreams and you will create wealth and you will create success. I fundamentally disagree with that, at least in your 20s. I think your 20s should be about building really, really specific skill sets where you can be the best in the world at it. When you want to work for a really big private equity company, if you want to be an angel investor one day, if you want to build your own startup, the only way you're going to get access to those jobs is by developing skills that will allow you to do that best in the world. I'll give you an example. I worked at a startup in the last few years. I was one of the 6th or 7th people in. I was hired to build and lead a team, and that startup became very successful and recently exited, and I did really well in that startup. The lesson in that isn't join a startup because that could be a really great way to either get money or to gain experience. No, the lesson in that is that the only reason that startup hired me is because I had a very unique skill set, a skill set that I was very good at, of building world-class sales organizations, and they saw that on my resume, and that's why they wanted to hire me. This is my advice to you. In your early 20s, it's okay if you're not working in your dream job. Your dream job will come. What you should focus on is figure out what that dream job is and start to try to find companies that are willing to teach you and build you up to get those skill sets that are going to allow you to excel in that dream job. Another piece of advice that you have to hear is you just need to work fucking harder than everybody else. There's this, principle or piece of advice that, I probably took from some movie or some book, which is like, be the first one in and the last one out. And, that's crazy, right? Like, what are you going to wake up earlier than everybody and then everyone leaves the office and, all your buddies are going out and doing things and you're still at the office grinding away? Yeah, that's exactly what I fucking did for like 5 years. If you're who I think you are on the other side of this video and you're someone who genuinely is like, I just want to speed this up, I want to be better, I want to make more money, I want to work harder, then just do exactly that. I'm telling you, I did it. I used to get up at 4:30 in the morning, be in the office by 5:30, and as everyone trickled out at 5 p.m., 6 p.m., I was still there at 7 p.m. Wake up before everyone else, leave after everyone else has left, and just work fucking hard in your 20s. Last piece of advice, this one's a little bit more, manifestation, visualization. And in your 20s, I will say this is a tough exercise to do. We all know that writing your goals down and having clarity on your goals is super important. There's no one who's going to disagree with me on that. Yet, I bet that under 1% of you watching this video have written your goals down in a super clear and specific way. There is a thought out there, one that I really believe in, that if you can be really clear of what your goals are, and then you can turn that goal into a visualization, something that, a picture in your mind that you can actually see and feel and touch and hear, and you know exactly the job that you want to have, exactly the impact that you want to make, exactly the wealth that you want to have, If you can get that picture in your mind in your 20s, and you can hold on to that picture, there is no doubt in my mind that you will achieve that sooner than you think. The problem is, it is so hard to create that picture because especially in your 20s, there's so many things that you want. You want an amazing relationship. You still want to be social and you want to go out with friends. You want to go on that really big, expensive trip. You want to go out drinking with your buddies. You also want to have this amazing career. There's so many things that you want. It's hard to be super crystal clear on exactly what it is that you want, because when you figure out what you want, you also figure out a bunch of stuff that you need to give up and that you don't want. And that's really, really hard to do. So my advice to you is this. If you are in your 20s, sit down and write down your fucking goals. Write them down. If you have not written out your goals yet, write down your goals. It's going to take you an hour. It's going to take you 3 hours because it's very hard to do that. Once you have written those goals down, start to figure out, what do I need to do in order to achieve those goals? And if you can, if you are someone who is very special and you are someone who has a lot of discipline and a lot of patience, you need to start building that visualization in your head of what it is exactly that you want. And I need you to start to try to live in that future reality just for a little bit, because I promise you, if you can figure out a way and you can carve out some time in your 20s to do that, you will get to that reality so much quicker, so much happier than you ever thought was possible. My name is Matt Matsicoli. This is the advice that I wish I got in my 20s. Follow, subscribe, watch some of the other videos if this one speaks to you. And honestly, reach out on Instagram. My handle is @MadMatsicoli, same as my YouTube. If you ever want to chat, or if something in this video really spoke to you, it would mean the world to me to know that someone else is listening and maybe getting some use out of these videos. Thanks so much. I just bought this sign. It's pretty cool.